Boot fans, welcome on in. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nike Magista Opus versus the Nike Hypervenom Phantom that I have right here. Now, a lot of people have been wondering what boot they should be using to replace the CTR360. Instead of trying to compare the CTR360 against either of these boots, I figured I'd take both of these boots and give you a comparison side by side and let you guys evaluate which one is going to suit your style a little bit better. These are probably the two top options for Nike fans as they transition from that CTR360 lineup. Before we do get started, I'd appreciate if you haven't subscribed before and you want to sign up for all our latest video updates. There's a link on the screen, and any thumbs up are also appreciated. First off, let's take a look at this very vibrant Opus release. Obviously, it's very technically advanced. It's a boot that you're going to see a lot of this summer in the World Cup in Brazil. And then when we put the Hypervenom up beside, another boot you're going to see, not in this particular colorway. This is like the original release colorway. So what is the difference between these two boots? There's several key differences as I bring in these two left boots right here. First off is obviously the upper and how it's designed. The Hypervenom, which was the first boot released, it has this like unique mesh underlay, and across that you have Nike Skin and ACC technology. It is a wider fitting boot because there's nothing compacting the design, so it has a soft feel to it, and it has the ability to stretch, as you can kind of see from this pair because they've spread out a little bit, compared to the Magista Opus, which has a mesh underneath, and the mesh has Nike Skin on top of that. And then you've got this Kanga-like material that acts like a cage across the top of the boot, and it gives it a naturally tighter fit. So straight off the bat, one of the key differences is the fact that the Hypervenom is going to fit wider players a little bit better than the Opus. Next up is the tongue design, and the Hypervenom Phantom in this area is very unique because it has that that right hand side outset lacing structure. Gives you more of an area, in my opinion, to bend balls. You've got that textured material, that honeycomb paneling in the upper, and it gives you a larger strike zone. And this is where I see these boots being super useful, is for players breaking into the box, and anybody that likes to side foot the ball, just kind of place finishes rather than driving shots. Makes this a key area. It's a very high performance characteristic that you're able to get good touch and control on the ball as you look to side foot it or finish it delicately into a corner. You compare that to the Opus, which again has a good little region right here. It does have that textured feel to it as well because of that structure on top. But I see this more of a striking boot, just in general striking. Of course, it's going to be super useful for finishing side foots as well. But I just feel like the Hypervenom, that's what they're exactly geared towards. With that lacing structure, it is a little bit offset towards the instep. And inside you'll notice that the tongue is actually held down in place on the left hand side, on the instep side. So it keeps it nice and snug in against your foot. That's something unusual that Nike have added to this boot. In terms of weight of both boot, the Hypervenom weighs in at 7.2 ounces, so it's slightly lighter than the Opus. So that's definitely worth bearing in mind. They're pretty similar weights, but just in general, the Hypervenom is just a little bit lighter. Traction-wise, similar sole plates. Again, the Hypervenom is all about agility and quick turns. It does have a slightly different configuration in the sense that it's got this 3-stud design compared to a 4-stud on the Opus. So swivel and turn is probably going to be a little bit quicker with the Hypervenom, since you're not going to be dragging on the surface. But in general, the sole plate itself is pretty similar. Heels, you do get a heel counter with the Opus. Keeps you nice and snug in place. And the cut of that heel is definitely different compared to the Hypervenom. So now it's down to you guys to decide which one works for your style of play a little bit better. Of course, visuals are going to play a role in that as well, which kind of a look that you prefer to wear. So there you have it, guys, both boots side by side for you to compare and choose between. Before you leave, I definitely want you to go down to the comment section down below and let me know which of these boots you prefer. Which boot suits your style a little bit better. If there's a particular reason, of course your feedback is going to help other people as well decide between both boots. Hit up the comment section, let me know. I'll be getting involved in the conversation. Always appreciate thumbs up if you have an opportunity to add one. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.